Yes, I'm holding this upside down. 66 Fender Mustang that had been savaged by somebody. They had routed it out and refinished it and did all kinds of ugliness to it. And I got to, there was no decal. I got to restore this for my buddy Bill. Yeah, it's upside down. I'm a lefty, so I'm just going to run through a couple of the sounds as best I can. Yeah, so if you're interested in how this got back to a sort of its former glory, go ahead and stay tuned, and we'll walk you through it, hopefully. Also, there will be a sound test at the end of the video, and please subscribe if you're so inclined. We would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Good evening, friends. So here I have a 66 Mustang. It's been savaged by someone in the distant past. They had too much time on their hands, and they routed this out horribly. And I've been tasked by my friend Bill to try and restore it back to its original condition. He's gotten most of the original parts. I'm not sure. I don't have the pickups. I'm not sure what he has for pickups, but he got a pick guard. And so I'm going to document some of this restoration. First thing I got to do, though, is get these out of here. I've gotten the brass plates out that were in here. I got to get these out, and then I'm going to clean this up, put a new piece of alder in there, and reroute it. This has all got to be covered and put back to original as seamlessly as possible. So let's see. If that sounds like something you might be interested in, then hang around. This is going to take quite a while because we're approaching the winter months. The finish work is not going to, well, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of dry, warm days in Missouri. Right. But we'll see. I'm just going to push forward with the woodworking part of this for now. All right. Stay tuned. Thanks. All right. I've got that irritating crack glued. Yep. Onward. So in order to make a nice plug for this butchery, I wanted to make a positive and a negative route. And I hunted around in my templates and I found this. So that's the plan, is that this is going to go, I'm going to make a plug that looks like that. Right like that. Okay. Make that plug. And then I make two plugs. There's going to be one that's going to go there, like that. Yes, sir. That's the plan. And then, once I make those plugs that'll fit nice in there, I will use this template to route something like that. Something like that, and something like that. But you're gonna extend into the body. Yeah. Ain't it the truth? They should have thought of that before they drilled this crap out. This right here I'm just going to clean it up a little bit and leave it. That's got some originality to it, so I may dip down in there. I don't think so. And yeah, that's the plan. Stan. All right, I got this package, UPS today. The names have been obscured to protect the innocent. And I don't know what it is. Let's open it up and see what's inside here. It's kind of big. I wasn't expecting anything. Let's see what it is. Oh, yeah. It's a piece of alder, man. Alderman. Get it? Ha, ha, ha. I made a funny. All right. Yeah, this is for the, this is going to be a plug for the humbucker routes that some drug-crazed hippie in the 60s or 70s did to that poor Mustang. All right, nice piece of wood. Okay, that's the first pass. Looks good. And there you have one. Now I need two. I'll make another one. And here we have two of the most erstwhile plugs to be found. I think this guitar originally was Daphne Blue. There was some paint that was flaking off of this remaining brass shielding these came with. And I flipped it over, and looky here. That looks like Daphne Blue. This is what they thought they were painting it with, and this is what it ended up turning into, kind of a desert sand. But we're going to take care of all that. Anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting. Now that I've made the plugs, the next step is to route this. Route this, baby. Uh-huh. I noticed this blue here. This looks like this blue is not original. So who knows what this was originally, because that is sprayed over the hacker's work at some point. It might have been more than one hacker on this thing. Okay, well, whatever. It's up to the owner to decide what he wants me to paint this at, ultimately. All right, I got that with some industrial fiberglass strengthened Sure tape, double stuck on there, clamped on my bench, and now I'm ready to route this sapsucker out. Alrighty. Alright, with a minimum of fuss, I've routed that out and removed all the dysfunctional drill bittage and all that stuff. Now the fun part is to fit the plug in. And that's a pretty damn good fit right there. Especially when I use my peanut butter glue job. And it's protruding up just a bit. I'm going to protect the sides and simply plane it flat with my big heavy planer. I'm going to put some heavy freaking tape around here and just plane it flat. Plane and sand it flat. All right, we got that clamped up. Nice squeeze out everywhere. Clamped tight as I could do it. I mean, really crank down on this. It's nice and flat. There's peanut butter on the bottom. So that's it. Let that dry overnight and repeat the process on that. Yeah. Okay, well, there it is. It's going to need a little bit of planing, and there's a couple little spots that need some filler, but it's pretty damn good. Alder. Alrighty. And here's where the second one's going. It's going to slightly overlap this one and cover all this nastiness. all this nastiness right here like that. Oh yeah, all that nastiness is going away. Nice. But before I do that, I'm going to plane this flat here so that the template will lie flat. So I got to take a break and sharpen this blade on this plane to make sure it's just razor ass sharp. Alrighty. Okay, here I am ready to cleanly and efficiently route out this mess here. As Boo Boo Davis would say, there it is! There it is! And fortunately for all parties involved, this pick guard seems to line up nicely with the new holes. That's an original screw hole there, another one there, one there. It's going to stick out right there. No worries, it's going to be a solid color. Yeah, and that screw hole lines up, as does, well, there used to be a screw hole there. Anyway, it's a hell of a nice pick guard. Here it is with the parts tentatively fit in there, and they fit really perfect. So far, so good. By Jove, I think this will do it. It completely covers that boo-boo. I can make a plug from this, and then I take the corresponding hole on my Les Paul template and route it down in there and plug it, kind of like the other ones. Woo! Okay, here's my crazy rig for cutting a round plug to plug that spot on the body where someone thought it was a good idea to put a Les Paul three-way switch with their humbuckers. Anyways, this should be just fine. Got my nice router base, blah blah blah. Everything's clamped down. There's the first pass. Man, this router's noisy. Looking good. Probably 2 more light passes and I'll have me a nice round plug that will coincide with the hole on my Les Paul template, which I'll transfer to the Mustang. You know, one of the rules in woodworking is there's no rule as long as it's safe. Well, it ain't perfect. Tell me something in life, besides my wife, that is. But that's going to be close enough for who it's for. Now I'm going to put this on there and rid myself of the last of the tweaker project. Okay. There it is, ready for the first pass. I'm just going to do 3 passes through here and call it a day. Well, for better or worse, richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, that's it. That should do very nicely, pig. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right. Customers decided on aged white from Sumac. We're going to give it a try. Yeah. All right. We're going to get Hillary Clinton in here. Get rid of any witness line when I paint it. All right. Nice and smooth. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Get some white primer all over this sucker. And then some nice aged white. Oh yeah, this is not the season, but at least I can primer it and get it prepped. Here's my Acme patented anti-run rig for when you're spraying in case the guitar gets the runs. Screws. And yeah, this is close to starting to spray it. All right, we're getting a couple coats on there. Like the color. You can't really see it with the camera. The shade is a little bit different, but yeah, it's cool. Looks like the paint's starting to stick on this. Okay. All right, this is getting where I want it, white. Now I'm going to start laying some clear on there pretty soon. Almost ready with the color coat. All right, I'm starting to get this thing looking pretty good. I've been laying, white is a real pain in the butt. One little speck. So what I do is, if I see a speck that's embedded pretty deep in there, I just spritz a little bit of white on there and then keep going. I don't see any specks right now. It's looking really good. Looking really good. I'm just going to keep on laying this stuff down here. Alrighty, this is looking good. I'm really putting the clear coats on now. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of focusing in and out because it doesn't know where to focus because it's all white. But yeah, that's coming on. And here's a sneak preview. Look what the mailman brought me all the way from where it was. I don't know. Looks like a clever forgery might be happening. Alrighty then. Actually, it's a restoration. Not a forgery, it's a restoration. Oh yeah. Still got the covering over it. That's why it looks kind of a little cloudy. That's a beautiful reproduction decal for the headstock of this restoration. Well, I'm doing the final buffing, and I notice there's a crack that developed here. Not sure if it was there originally and it's just shining through the finish or what. Oh well. Onward. Here's an other one. And one there. Huh. Oh well. Man, this thing does not like to focus on that body. I had just a little bit of a setback. I had to go back to 800 grit. Some of the 1200, the marks just weren't being removed by the 1200. So right now, for a little diversion, I'm putting the Repro decal up on there. And that's kind of what it's going to look like right there. So into the saucer of water it goes. And viola. Just let it dry overnight. Don't be impatient, folks. Let it dry overnight and then do nothing till you hear from me. Alrighty. So I don't know how, sorry about the lighting. I don't know how much of this is original, but I'm guessing that tone control is original. And the wiring looks pretty original. And I'm going to get that cheese dick pot out of there right now. And I happen to have one in my stash that I'm donating. It seems to be functioning well. And it's for my buddy Bill, so what the heck. It's a, looks like a 65 stack pole to me. All right. And with an iggity-aggity oop, fliggity-flaggity floop. That looks Much better. All right. This is still unsoldered here because there's going to be the wire going to the switches. Yes, sir. Well, these antiquity pickups didn't come with covers, so in lieu of getting some, I got these vintage Charvels, and I'm going to buff that logo off of there. These will look perfect. That looks pretty good and vintagey. All right. Looking good. Man, these look real, these pickups. They are real, they're just not real Fenders. And I'm going to wait till I get the body to wire this. I want to make sure I route that through the proper channels. Got to go through the proper channels. Alrighty. Alright, this is as good as this finish is going to get for now. Due to time constraints, there's a few spots where I didn't quite get the orange peel out, and also there was a little bit of sinking of the lacquer because of my time constraints. Got a little color zoning here because I am moving back to the land of fruits and nuts, and my pal Bill wanted this done before I packed it all in a freaking storage unit somewhere while I was living in the hovel out there. So I would, if it was me, I would let it dry for about 3 months. Sand it down, do another coat of white to get rid of everything, and lots more coats of clear to get rid of this witness lines that are inevitable, but you can minimize them. Anyways, I've started wiring this cool pick guard. Got the I got some Mighty Might, no, I'm sorry, what were they? I don't know. Charvel pickup covers that fit there. Put a little bit of aged lacquer on there to age them real cool. And we got the Seymour Duncan Antiquities in there, and some very, very nice period, nice switches. Very nice repro switches. And I'm gonna got the brass plate cleaned off over here. I got a new hole for the wiring there and there. And now I'm gonna install the brass plate and start soldering this sucker in there. Alrighty-o, sweetie. Got it hammered flat with my trusty rawhide mallet. And now to tack it down and heat up my big ass soldering gun. Yeah. Yeah. Then I feed this cloth, this is not a cloth wire. They switched in 66. Regardless, I'm using it. Looks like it might be time to heat up my big ass soldering gun. Well, geez. Those don't look like original bridge screws. I got these. They're a little better. I think I'm gonna donate 5 of these to my old pal. Look what else I'm donating. An original shim. Wait a minute. Can I call it that? I guess I can. Oh yeah, that looks pretty damn good over here. Okay, that may not be exactly how Lily or Lucy or Lupe might have done it. It's not like Lupe, but it's like L-A, L-A. That's what they call me. Lajones, they call me in Southern California. Or L-A, E-L space A. Yeah. Now, I wasn't provided any original screws with this whole shenanigans. And I'm tired of this Schecter, except it's not a Schecter. I'm going to hunt down some screws in my stash appropriate for this. All right, well, the hatches are all battened down. In fact, I battened them down twice. I'll show those dirty hatches. No back talk from those hatches. They are battened. Hell yeah! Getting ready to put strings on it. Sure got rid of those cheese dick humbuckers some moron decided to route into this poor 66 Mustang. L.A. Jones eliminating all things cheese dick one at a time. About the only thing I got to do before it didn't come with the original strap buttons, and I know I got a set of them, so I'm gonna go dig those up. Alrighty. Oh yeah, I happen to have a set of 60s strap buttons from a Fender that I'm donating to the cause. Once again, eliminating those cheese dick modern ones someone put on. Here's a shout out to True Custom Shop. True Custom Shop. Yeah. It says, True Custom Shop says, an angled tremolo arm, 60s Mustang, white tip. Really? Doesn't fit at all. Doesn't fit. Nope. Neither hole. True Custom. Yeah, it's so custom it doesn't work at all. Okay, so if near as I can get it, you got if you put the switches in the middle, it shuts the pickup off, and either way it reverses the wiring. So right now this is just the neck pickup. Nice, huh? And so here's the neck and the bridge, and I don't know if they're out of phase with each other or it gets a really Now here's the reverse of that, both in the inside position. Pretty cool sound. Ah. Here's just the, this is just the neck. Or sorry. This is just the bridge. Well, that's 30 for the restore of this nice, now, 66 Fender Mustang. About the only thing I would do to it, I would refret it. Fender used really, really poor, thin, little fret wire. Not my favorite. But here it is. Looking mighty, mighty good. So, hopefully this will be used only to play good music. By humans, for humans. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps.